Hello everyone, Ben Gavelda here with TransWorld SNOWboarding at the 2014-2015 Goodwood Snowboard Test here at Winter Park, Colorado. Right here I have the K2 Turbo Dream. This was a winner in our all-mountain test, and I'll tell you a little bit why. So first off, this board is kind of an all-mountain charger. It's got a kind of a hybrid, freestyle, all-mountain shape, kind of a little bit in between twin and directional. As you can tell, it's got a massive floaty nose. That's just a huge nose that really stands up to a lot of pow charging, just fast riding, you name it. This nose is really gonna float, it's really gonna support you in a lot of ways. It's just a little bit different from the tail. You can still ride this thing switch, still got a pretty big tail for float. But this board is set back a little bit. It's set back about 3/4 of an inch. So you can ride it, a little bit more surfy style, a little bit in the back seat. You're probably wondering what these weird panels are. If you can see those, there's weird panels around the binding area, and what those are is this kind of proprietary type of cushioning that K2 has called harsh mellow, and that will mellow out the harshness of bumps, chatter, you name it. Even when your bindings are on here, your bindings have a lot of flex around this area when you're riding, so that just absorbs and dampens hard pack. If you're kind of riding super fast in some chundery funky snow you don't want to be in, that really just helps smooth out the ride overall. So that's pretty darn sweet. Also, this thing has a pretty high-end core, full wood, but in between here we have a couple areas of a honeycomb. Honeycomb's just this really awesome, really lightweight material that's super strong. It looks just like a honeycomb, kind of hollowed out, so that saves a ton of weight. This board also has quite a bit of carbon fiber going on, some mystery carbon fiber here and there, and what that does is just snapping up the ride, makes it really responsive, really snappy, can hold up to high speeds without kind of flopping around. Also gives you a whole bunch of pop, and just makes it a really supportive ride overall. It's really awesome pow charging board. You can do a lot with. You can also do a lot of freestyle stuff on this thing too. It's great for hitting jumps. So a few other things about this snowboard: the camber profile. It's nice and flat, just really easy, really stable. Floats super well, and obviously you have these kind of rockered tips. In the tips too, they're nice and thinned out. K2 has this technology where they kind of thin out these tips a lot to save you a lot of weight. It kind of almost goes to a cap construction around the sides here, and that just saves you a lot of weight. Tips, you don't necessarily need all that big thick tip there, so that's sweet, easy to spin around. There's a little bit of milling going on this board, a little bit thicker underneath your foot here. That just gives you a little bit more control, and a little bit thinner in the underneath, which gives you a nice good flex. This is kind of the go-to board from a good buddy, Cale Martin, who rides Mount Baker in the Northwest. Also K2 team rider Danny Larson. They really like this board for charging bigger stuff, charging through pow. It will tear it up. There you have it, the K2 Turbo Dream, making dreams come true.